Hey everyone, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Miss Juris here, ready to start our new Do the Math lesson, lesson 21. All right, so this week we're going to be introducing 3 new types of fractions. We've pretty much used all of the fractions, being that we've used the whole, the half, the fourth, the eighth, and the 16th. Well, this week we're going to be discussing thirds, 1/6, and 1/12. And so I'm showing you 2 different ways to look at the fractions that we have learned in the book. And one of them was with fraction strips and one with fraction circles. Okay, so I'm going to keep these over here in the cutting board because this is the only place I can cut them. So as you can see right here, this fraction is cut into thirds. Okay, and I can then cut the fraction, another fraction, I'll show you what it looks like, into sixths, okay? So there you have it. There's the thirds and there's the 1/6. Each piece represents 1, the top number, and then the bottom number, which is the denominator, represents how many pieces are total within that circle or that strip, okay? And then, in regards to fraction circles, you could even go again. Let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, what if we were to cut it one more time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the 1/12. So 1/9 is not over here, and it's not over here either. But when you think about it, 3, 6, 9, 12, they can all be either divided or multiplied by one another, right? So we are looking at 1/12, though, and we are looking at 1/6, and we're looking at 1/3, okay? All right, so now let's look at the fraction strip side. So we see that 1/3, I'm just going to bring 1/3 below, actually equals 2/6, and 1/3 actually equals 4/12, okay? But when they stand by themselves, just like when we did the other fractions, you see that 1/3, 3 is the smallest number, of course, out of all the bottom numbers in the denominator, but it's the biggest piece, okay? The biggest number, which is in the denominator up here in 1/12, is the smallest piece. The same thing applied when you put 1/16 down compared to 1/8. Oops, didn't like it going there. 1/8, or 1/4 was bigger, right? And then 1/2. So as you can see, it all goes together. Okay, if you were to look at a whole fraction strip lined up from one, you've seen the puzzles in class, okay? You see that the bigger number is the smallest number, okay? All right? All right, so we're going to go next. Today it's page 58, and 58 is our vocabulary page. So Ms. Juris has gone ahead and I've typed up that vocabulary that you should already kind of have on that page, and we're going to go over it and review it. A fraction consists of a numerator, a denominator, and fraction line. So when you are looking at those pieces, this 1/6, the 1 is the numerator, the 6 is the denominator, and the fraction line is the line in between, okay? We've also talked about less than, greater than, equal to, which has been pretty easy with the fraction strips in past lessons. So you've learned that a pretty common, two common fractions that are equal to one another is 1/2 equals 2/4. We've also learned less than and greater than. Well, we know that 1/16 is less than 1/2. And we know that 1/2 is greater than 1/8. Okay, all of these things should be in your notes. So we've also discussed and learned what a mixed fraction is. It's a whole number with a fraction. And that, my friends, can look like what I typed, or it can look like this. That is a mixed fraction. An improper fraction is a number that has a top number that is bigger than the number on the bottom, okay? We also call them top-heavy fractions. The way I had to type it is like that, 3/2. It also can look like 3/2. Okay, so we've learned already about 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and 1/16, and we've worked a lot with those in our prior lessons, okay? So now we're going to start discussing 1/3, 1/6, and 1/12, okay? So I want you to write those three down if those are the only things you haven't added, or if you see other things you need to add to your vocabulary page, please feel free to take this time to add it. Or you could just have to add 1/3, 1/6, and 1/12. Those are the fractions that we are going to start building with, okay, in the next week and a half in our lessons. And we may be incorporating them all. So anyway, but that's it for today. It's really basically a big vocabulary lesson. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please get on to iReady and get your work done in iReady. And I will be posting tomorrow's lesson, lesson 22. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.